Hey guys, today I'm going to make a video on all the gear, cameras, and all that kind of stuff that I use to make my vlogs. The reason I'm making this video, I get asked pretty often now, what kind of camera do you use? What kind of editing software do you use? How do you do this? What kind of tripod do you use? So I just figured I'd make a video. I figured that was the easiest way to let everyone know what I'm using, I guess. First and foremost, this is my main camera. This is a G7, no, this is a Canon M50. I use a Rode, I don't know which mic this is. It's the cheapest Rode mic they make. I think it was like 50 bucks. I have absolutely no complaints with it. It works fantastic. Of the Rode mics, it's the smallest, I believe. This is just a windscreen, so I always use the windscreen just because I'm always outside, it seems like. So that's what I use for the mic. This is my main camera. I probably use this, I would say 90 to 95% of the time. One thing I did buy after I bought the camera was it's 11 to 22 millimeter lens. They work great for vlogging especially. But I'm filming this on the kit lens, so it's not like the kit lens is terrible. I have another M50 that's recording this, that's what you're seeing this on. And yeah, the kit lens is fine, it works great. I just like this for vlogging. I'm usually holding this camera out here, and has a nice flip out screen, which is one of the reasons why I like this camera. This was the smallest camera I could find with detachable lenses and a flip out screen. Sony makes some nice ones, but I like the flip out screen. I think they have a new one called, I think it's the A6400 maybe, which it seems like it has a flip up screen, but it doesn't have a hot shoe for a mic, so that's kind of why I like the M50. I have a magnetic mount attached to it. For those of you that are maybe new to the channel, I'm a farm vlogger, so I'm constantly around metal machinery. This mount is great. I can stick the camera just about anywhere, so it's awesome, and that's why I use these. And they also make a great, I don't know, selfie pod, or I don't know, something to hold on to the camera and hold it out in front of you. So that's my main camera. I use GoPros a lot. I dislike GoPros quite a bit. I always have trouble with them freezing. They just don't work all that great for me. I do not like them very well, but unfortunately, if I tried to mount this on the side of a combine or inside of a combine like I have this, it would be destroyed. So they are a necessary tool, I guess, to make the kind of videos that I am making. I have it attached to a magnetic mount. This one seems to be stronger than this one. And then I have a GoPro, I don't know what you even call these, something to make it swivel in different areas, or turn different kind of mount from the GoPro. I believe that came with the camera, maybe, I don't remember. But I have two of those. That's a GoPro Hero 7. I started out with Hero 4s. I got this thing probably, that's weird, even has battery still. I got this thing probably 3 or 4 years ago when 4s first came out. This is probably the best GoPro I've had. It does not freeze nearly as often as these. I don't know why. The footage is not near as good. It's definitely more shaky. And yeah, I just have trouble with my 7s freezing. I have 2 of them and they both do. Moving on. This is Canon G7X Mark II. This was my first actual camera. And yeah, these are great cameras. I still use this camera periodically from time to time. If you watch my videos and you see my dad using a camera or George using a camera, it's probably this. It's very small. It's fits in your pocket. I love that about it. It fits right in the shirt pocket. It's the size of a cell phone basically. It takes great pictures. I think it's a 20 megapixel camera. Shoots 1080. It's a good camera. Only reason I switched from this camera to this camera, actually there's 2 reasons. One, I wanted a little bit better audio. This is fine as long as there's no wind. If there's wind, you're going to hear the wind. I know that you can put like this material right here, this is where the mic is on it, and you can kind of help a little bit like that. But also, I discovered that these get dust in them extremely easy. And this is not a detachable lens. So when it gets dust in there, it's not bad inside. You go outside and you're in direct sunlight, you're going to know if there's dust on that lens because it's going to show up. The only way that I found to fix it, because this does not come off very easy, you have to pull this off there, drill a hole in it, clean it out with a Q-tip. I've done it. I don't like doing it. It's a pain in the butt, and then it fills right back up with dust in a couple days. That's my main gripe with it. If you can keep it out of the dust and you're okay with the audio, I mean, it's a great camera, so we still use it. One other thing, a good camera bag. This is just a cheap $20 bag from LA Police Gear. I don't know what they call it, their bug out bag or something. I used it for a range bag before I became a YouTuber, and I still had it laying around. It was like perfect, and it works perfect for the job. You need to have some way to store all your SIM cards. This wasn't an issue at first, but after I started getting more cameras and all that kind of stuff, I needed this little SIM card wallet or whatever you would call it. One thing I would advise you if you're starting out, watch what kind of cards you buy. There's a lot of counterfeit ones on Amazon and eBay. I found a 128 gigabyte card that works great for 1080p, and that's what I use in all the cameras except for the GoPros, and I use a micro card. But all the links to all this stuff I'll have in the video, so I mean, that's a card that I trust at least. Oh, I forgot the drone before we get off cameras. This is a DJI Mavic 2 Pro, I believe it's called. I had a DJI Phantom 3 that we'd had for a few years. It was an okay drone. I like this one because it's smaller. It fits in the tractor extremely easy. And it does everything that my Phantom 3 would do, only maybe a little bit better. Seems like it has better flight time. Speed, I don't know if it flies any faster or not. Cameras, I think the camera's basically the same. One thing I was a little concerned about was flying on my cell phone instead of on an iPad like you do with the DJI Phantom 3 or 4, but it's not a big deal at all. You get used to it pretty quick. But I like how compact it is, has great range. It's a great drone. Came with that little carrying case. That link will also be in the description. And we got tripods, more magnetic mounts. I'm a big fan of magnetic mounts. But going back through the bag, that's just a radio. Another magnetic mount. Look at this. Here's where I have a bunch of different GoPro accessories. This screws onto a tripod for live streams, and that's just stuff I carry with me all the time. I don't really probably need to, but especially with the GoPro, it's nice to have different arms and cases and stuff, depending on what you're doing with it. I edit all my videos on an iPad, and this is the device I use to import that media. SIM card just goes in here, goes into the iPad, imports. It works great. What else we got? I always have a charger for AC and 12 volt, car. There's a battery bank in here somewhere. Here it is. Here I've got two Guardian Angel lights. I could use these for camera lights, but I also have them in case I need a flashlight. Pretty handy to have. That's also in my camera bag all the time. What else we got? Charging cable, lens cover. That's pretty much it. I usually have a ball of wax, but that's the camera gear I have. Like I said, I always have a couple tripods. This is my smaller tripod. It doesn't get used near as much as the one that the camera's on that you're watching this with. But I'll post a link to that tripod as well. One thing I would advise if you're starting vlogging, you're going to eventually get a tripod. You can buy a $25 tripod from Walmart, or you can spend a few more bucks and get a good tripod. Highly advise a good tripod. The app I edit on is called LumaFusion. That's another question I get a lot. But if you guys have any more questions about my camera setups or how I make my videos, let me know. If there's enough interest, I will do a series on how I make my videos, how I edit, and all that good stuff. But thanks for watching. If you like what you've seen, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Brian's Farm Views and Facebook at Brown Farms. We'll see you in the next video. That's the tripod that I was filming on.